What's going on, everyone? It's me, again, Chris Hernandez with Level Up Time Studio, and you know what time it is. It's time for another episode of Should Your Kids Play? And on today's episode, we're talking about Plunge. What is it? How appropriate is the content? And what should we know? Plunge is a roguelike action-adventure turn-based puzzle game set within a wacky, yet creepy mega dungeon. Players control the character Billie, who has been cast down into the mega dungeon for being the billionth prisoner. The player must guide Billie to freedom, but the deeper you go into the dungeon, the more dangerous things become. Plunge has an aesthetic that you don't see in many video games. The artwork is wacky, yet grungy. The deeper a player gets in the dungeon, the more traps, enemies, and even both appear. This pushes the player to think critically about the strategy on each level. The player can pick up potions, armor, and buffs called charges that can help increase survivability. There are also other characters you can unlock as well. So, is there a social component? Plunge is a single player game, so no, there is no social component to this one. Now, what's the cost here? Monetary wise, it really depends on where you pick up Plunge. You can grab a copy of the game on Nintendo Switch via the Nintendo Store for $7.99, and you can also purchase it for PC via the Steam Store for $4.99, and on the itch.io website for $7.99. Time-wise, I think the game is worth the $5 to $8 price tag. It took me a few minutes to get accustomed to the game, and an hour to finally get to the first boss where I totally got wrecked. What I personally love about roguelikes is that the game feels like it can go on forever, and it practically does with over 400 randomly selected levels across 3 different challenge sections. So, what's my final rating? What's the approval? My final rating for this one is 8 and up. The game has a unique, wacky, yet spooky cartoon vibe to it that younger audiences will love. The one thing to note is that visually tracking your character can be really tough, especially as you descend into lower levels of the dungeon, where there are tons of enemies on each floor. Well, that's it for this one, everyone. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe so you can get updated on my weekly content. Stay tuned for a new series I'm launching this week called The Alternative. Also, donations are not necessary, but they're much appreciated. So if you'd like to donate to the channel and my content and help support all this stuff get made, you can do so by clicking either the Flatter or Buy Me a Coffee link down in the description of this video. Lastly, I got my copy of Plunge via my monthly Humble Bundle subscription. Go ahead and treat yourself this holiday season by getting yourself a Humble Bundle subscription by visiting the link down in the video description. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all very soon.